Before the modern era of frozen chicken and egg farms, dual-purpose chickens were found in nearly every backyard. These breeds of chickens are quick to gain weight, have good flavor, and lay a great number of eggs per year. So what are dual-purpose chicken breeds? Dual-purpose chickens are chicken breeds whose hens lay a lot of eggs each year and whose roosters have a good size of weight. This makes them great for meat chickens, while also providing eggs for your family. Dual-purpose chicken breeds are a sustainable way to raise chickens. These top dual-purpose chicken breeds don't have quite as good of feed-weight conversion as the top meat chicken breeds. So what are the best dual-purpose chicken breeds? The top 15 dual-purpose chicken breeds are based on a combination of eggs per year and weight. Heavier chickens are preferred for meat, but higher egg layers are preferred for eggs. When choosing the best dual-purpose chicken for you, take into account your climate and available space. Assess the predator risk and decide whether or not you will want a mellow, tame chicken that will also function as a family pet. First, let's talk about Austra chicken. Austra lay an incredible amount of eggs. They even made our chickens that lay 300 eggs a year list. But they are also an awesome meat bird as well. The roosters can get between 8 to 10 pounds, which makes them a great size. They handle confinement pretty well and have lovely fluorescent black feathering. Next, we have the Rhode Island Red chickens. Rhode Island Reds are one of the most successful chicken breeds in the world. They are super popular. In 1854, a sea captain, William Tripp, bred a Malay chicken with his own chickens. He noticed the offspring produced more eggs. He enlisted the help of his friend, John Macomber, and breeding began in earnest. Eventually, Isaac Wilbur bought some birds from the new breed and continued to refine it. As a result, Wilbur usually gets the credit of the Rhode Island Red. They were bred as a dual-purpose bird. They are the official bird of Rhode Island and have 2 statues in the state erected to the breed. The body of the Rhode Island Red chicken looks like a long brick. The birds are red, although it can vary from a brilliant red to a dark, vibrant red. They can have a little black on their tail feathering. They have hard feathers with red wattles, comb, and earlobes. Their feet and legs are yellow with some darker coloring down the shanks. Rhode Island Red chickens, single comb, were admitted to the American Poultry Association in 1904. Rose comb was accepted in 1905. Since that time, the color of their red feathers has changed. They are considered a heritage chicken. Rhode Island Reds usually live 4 to 8 years with an average lifespan of 6 years. The older breed may have a longer lifespan depending on genetics. So what are some reasons to raise the Rhode Island Reds? Rhode Island Red chickens were first bred as a dual-purpose bird. Since the breed was created, there has been a split of the breed between a heritage version and a newer commercial breed. The heritage Rhode Island Reds have a good table quality and are also used for showbird. The commercial variety isn't often used for meat, although it may be a good meat bird still. Instead, they are usually used for their superior egg-laying abilities. The roosters grow to 8.5 pounds and hens grow to 6.5 pounds. They lay a good number of eggs too. There are 2 varieties of Rhode Island Reds, the commercial variety and the heritage breed. The Rhode Island Red commercial variety usually lays about 5 to 6 times a week, even during the cold season. That means between 200 to 300 eggs a year. The heritage breed will lay between 150 and 250 eggs a year. The eggs are large, brown egg. The size of the eggs will get bigger as the hen grows older. The hens are rarely broody, but when they do, they are good mothers. Next, we need to talk about caring for your Rhode Island Red. The Rhode Island Red chickens may be the easiest chickens to care for. They are laid back and adaptable in almost any situation. Plus, they are active foragers. They also do well in confinement. They are super adaptable and will thrive in any climate. They do well in very cold climates and very hot climates. They are a very laid-back bird that doesn't stress out. They tolerate challenges very well. They can handle adversity and adjust to a wider variety of food and situations. Rhode Island Reds are a great bird for first-time chicken owners because they are assertive but won't be obnoxious. They also won't struggle with many of the mistakes a first-time poultry raiser can make. They are friendly and can be tamed. The heritage breed is on watch status, but the modern version is common. Next, let's talk about the Black Star chickens. The Black Star chickens are strong egg layers and create a lot of meat. The Black Star chicken breed is a hybrid. It also made our chickens that lay 300 eggs a year list. They will lay between 250 and 300 eggs a year, and the roosters can grow to about 8 pounds. Black Star roosters are easily identifiable with a black feathering and a white dot on their heads. Hens have no black spot and have golden feathers on their breasts. They are easy, friendly chickens that do well in many climates. Next, we have the Orpington chickens, one of the best all-around chickens. The most popular Orpingtons are the Buff Orpington, but the Black Orpington was actually first introduced to the poultry world. William Cook in Orpington, England, wanted a better dual-purpose chicken. He wanted a more practical bird than the exotic chickens that had taken the poultry scene by storm. In 1886, he unveiled his Black Orpington. It was a breed from a mix of Minorca, Langshan, and Plymouth Rocks. He wanted it black so that the color would hide the dirt and smut that was common around England at the time. It had great publicity and became an instant success. Orpington chickens became so popular that they could sell for more than other standard chickens. A few years later, he used Hamburgs, Dorkings, and Buff Cochins to create the Buff Orpington. The Buff Orpington remains the most popular Orpington today. Since each color of Orpington comes from a different ancestor bird, the Orpington is more of a brand than a specific breed. So how do you identify an Orpington chicken? As a result, there are differences between the colors. There are black, buff, white, blue, and cuckoo Orpingtons. Generally, Orpingtons have a low stance and curvy back. Their feet are pinkish with no feathers. They have a single red comb with 5 points. There is also a rose comb variety. Earlobes and wattles are red. The beak is white with a slight pink color. The skin is white and the eyes are a reddish bay. Orpingtons have 4 toes. Buff Orpingtons were the first breed admitted to the American Poultry Association in 1902. The black and white varieties followed in 1905. Blue was admitted in 1923. Orpington chickens are considered a heritage breed. Orpingtons live an average of 10 to 12 years. However, their egg-laying drastically reduces with age. So what are some reasons to own an Orpington chicken? Orpington chickens are a heavy bird that was bred for dual purpose. The Buff Orpington remains the most popular of the Orpington birds because of its fine meat quality and high egg-laying abilities. It is truly a dual-purpose bird. For Buff Orpingtons, the roosters are about 8.5 pounds and the hens 7 pounds. Most Orpingtons lay between 175 to 200 medium light brown eggs a year, or 3 eggs a week. Buff Orpingtons can lay between 200 and 280 eggs a year. Orpington hens will get broody. Once Orpingtons lay as many as 340 eggs a year, but as their coloring and looks were bred, the egg-laying ability is diminished. So now let's talk about caring for your Orpington chicken. Orpington chickens are docile, patient, and friendly. Buff is especially known for being the mildest and calmest of the Orpingtons. They are great with children and don't get ruffled by being held. This makes them great pets. Orpingtons are usually one of the lowest chickens on the pecking order. They don't pick on other chickens. They are perfect for a beginner flock because of their mellow disposition and calm demeanor. They are best suited for a small yard. Buff Orpingtons can get lazy in foraging. They are very cold hardy, but not very heat hardy. They have a thick suit of feathers which keeps them warm, but also means they are subject to mites and fleas. They were endangered until 2016, but have made a full comeback. They are no longer listed as in danger to any degree. Next, we'll talk about the Wyandot chickens. Wyandots originated in the northeastern United States. They were bred by 4 creators: Fred Goodlett, L. Whitaker, John Ray, H.M. Doubleday. They were the first American-bred dual-purpose chicken. Originally, they were called Winnebagos, American Seabrights, Seabright Cochins, or Mooney. The name was changed to Wyandots after the Wyandot Indian nation who helped the first white settlers in northern York. Fred's boat was also named Wyandot, and it was suggested to name the chickens after the boat, which was named after the tribe. The Seabright bird in England is a separate breed. They have been rescued from the brink of obscurity and have become a homesteader staple. So what are some of the Wyandot chicken features? Wyandot chickens are deep-breasted birds. They have a stout body and a concave sweep to the tail. They have red rose combs and stout legs. Their wattles and earlobes are also red. Their feet and shanks are free of feathers. They have 4 toes. Wyandot chickens come in 17 different colors. Official and rare colors include the silver penciled, golden laced, blue, Colombian, and white Wyandot. Other official colors include black, buff, and partridge. Unofficial colors include blue laced, red, and barred. They have beautifully laced feathering. Wyandots were admitted to the American Poultry Association in 1883. They are considered a heritage chicken. They will usually live between 6 to 12 years. Some reasons to own a Wyandot chicken. The Wyandot are good-sized birds with dependable egg-laying abilities. They are also valued for their table quality. Roosters grow to 8 to 9 pounds, while hens grow to 6 to 7 pounds. The hens will lay 4 to 5 large brown eggs a week. That means 180 to 260 eggs a year. Wyandot chickens lay light to dark brown eggs. The hens can go broody. They will also lay throughout the winter, which is a plus for most chicken owners. So how do you care for your Wyandot chicken? Wyandots are not lap chickens, but they are still friendly. In fact, my daughter's Wyandot hen is a lap chicken, even though they aren't considered a traditionally lap chicken. They will be at the top of the pecking order in a flock. They are calm birds, but they are noisy. That means they are always best for a suburban environment. They are easygoing and hardy. They will tolerate the cold very well, but need shade in hot weather. They handle confinement well, but do need enough space in a coop. They will live between 6 to 12 years naturally. Next on our list is Dominique chicken. They're America's oldest breed, used for centuries as dual-purpose chickens. There are 2 stories that surround its origins. It was said to have been brought across the ocean by the Pilgrims. Another story says it came to the U.S. via the French colony of Saint Dominique, now Haiti. As a result, the Dominique has had many names throughout the last 200 years. It has been called Dominicker, Blue-Spotted Hen, Old Gray Hen, Pilgrim Fowl, and Dominic. To distinguish a Dominique chicken, the Dominic looks a lot like the Plymouth Rock. That's because they were the same breed until 1871. At that point, the New York Poultry Society decided there should be some uniformity in the breed. That's when they decided to split the breed. All rose-comb chickens became Dominic, and all other combs became Plymouth Rock. The 2 breed names give a nod to both stories of origin. The Dominique chicken has a single rose comb. It has a U-shaped concave back. The tail is held at a 45-degree angle, and the heads are held up. They have red wattles and comb. Their legs and feet are yellow, and they have 4 toes. Their barred feathering is staggered and a soft contrast of white and black. They have a mottled appearance. Dominic chickens were admitted into the American Poultry Association as a separate breed in 1874. They are considered a heritage chicken breed and can live for 8 to 10 years. Some reasons you might want to raise a Dominique chicken. The Dominique is a very self-sufficient bird. The early settlers didn't spare extra grain or feed to raise chickens. The Dominique chickens had to fend for themselves. As a result, they are very good at finding their own food. They were used for both meat and egg production. Even the feathers were used for mattresses. The roosters grow to 7 pounds and the hens grow to 5 pounds. They produce nice, tender meat. Hens have a small white spot on their head and males have a larger spot. Hens lay about 230 to 270 medium light brown eggs a year. That's about 3 to 4 a week. The hens do occasionally go broody. They are also very good, attentive mothers, and the hatch rate is very high. To care for your Dominique chicken, they are pretty temperature resistant. They need shade in the heat, but are also very resistant to frostbite. Dominiques are friendly, mellow, and chill chickens. They aren't exactly lap chickens, but don't mind getting carried around. Their sweet temperament makes them great for kids and as pets. The roosters can get a little aggressive during mating season, but other than that, they make a great family rooster and a great backyard rooster. Even a very small backyard could house 2 or 3 Dominiques and keep them happy. Dominiques reached a critical endangerment rate after the introduction of commercial breeds. In 1970, only 4 known flocks remained. Since then, they have since recovered to a watch status. However, more recently, their numbers have started to decline again. This is because the main promoters of the breed have started getting older and passing away. Currently, they are listed in a watch status by the Livestock Conservancy. Finally, we have the Austra white chicken. They are the best free-range light-colored chicken. The Austra white was developed in the early 1900s. They are a cross of a black Australorp rooster and the white leghorn hen. They are more mellow than a leghorn. The roosters are a bit more aggressive than the Australorp. The key benefits of the Austra white is that it lays similar to a leghorn but has the hardiness of an Australorp. Some of the uses for the Austra white chicken. Austra whites are a great dual-purpose bird. They usually lay over 240 large, creamy white eggs a year. That's about 4 to 5 eggs a week. Hens can start laying as early as 12 weeks old, and they lay throughout the year. But they are also larger birds. The cocks can average out at 6.5 to 7 pounds, and hens will grow to about 5 pounds. Austra whites have a good feed-to-egg production ratio. They do well in backyards and smaller spaces. Some of the features of the Austra white: their white color does make them easier for predators to see and more likely to be picked off than darker varieties of chickens. Pullets will be white with some black spots. They have orange feet and legs with gray coloring down the legs. They have a red comb and wattle. Austra white chickens are a hybrid chicken. This means that if you breed the male and female Austra white, you won't end up with Austra white chicks. Because they are a hybrid, they aren't recognized by the American Poultry Association as a breed. So how do you care for your Austra white chickens? Austra whites do well in the cold and in warm weather. They are considered a friendly bird. They are good at predator avoidance, but will be targeted by more predators. Even so, they are one of the best light-colored birds to stay away from predators. Leghorns are the other. They do very well free-ranging. If you don't plan to free-range your Austra whites, then make sure that you allow plenty of room for your chickens in the coop. If your ladies start pecking, bullying, or seem stressed out, they probably need more space. Austra whites can do well in a backyard or coop situation if they are allowed enough room. They are friendlier birds, so they are usually great for families as well. For more information, if you'd like to learn more about chickens, check out our website, bestfarmanimals.com. Thanks so much for watching, and don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons so that you can receive notifications when we publish more videos. Thank you.